So very little tangibles. Dr. Jha, coming to you, there was also actually no mention of the protests that were taking place in the backdrop of the Ahmedabad rally, just a few miles away. There was no mention of Indian-occupied Kashmir, what was unfolding there, and the blackout, the communication blackout. What does this denial mean, essentially?
In fact, yesterday I saw many newspapers speculating that perhaps Trump would be raising these issues and one conversation with Modi. But in fact, not raking up this issue or making any mention of this in his public appearances, in fact, is quite expected because the kind of politics Modi does here, and in fact, Trump, they find a very good ally in Trump. So that way, in fact, this is not something which has surprised anyone here. But one thing I would like to add here, that this visit of Trump should also be seen in terms of win-win situation for both leaders, because what it has done, that on the one hand, as we have also mentioned, that a lot of recent developments and the kind of protest which is going on here, perhaps Prime Minister Modi wanted some sort of endorsement from the American president on Indian soil by not mentioning this issue, and then also praising and admiring Modi's leadership and his vision. So that way, he perhaps finds some sort of endorsement coming from American president. And so far Trump is concerned, because he has to face the election in November, and then he has come out of impeachment process. So therefore, it is also some sort of endorsement for Trump as well. So therefore, it is a win-win situation for both leaders. So far as this larger engagement between the two countries is concerned, I don't find this visit of Trump adding any new dimension to this relationship. This has been going on for the last 3 decades. It has been deepened on a number of fronts. And as you also mentioned that the trade deal is off the table, Trump himself mentions that it will not be possible till his re-election to the office. So therefore, the defense-related deal, in fact, it is not something very significant, but of course, an important addition into the larger security engagement between the two countries. So this is how I look at this visit.